Hey, Dave, Nutt here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Today is Thursday. Today is August 26th, 2021. I missed the 12 o'clock trade, last hour and a half of trading. I wouldn't say I missed it. I saw it, but I wasn't confident in it because we didn't really have any volume to go with the short opportunity. Um, what I saw basically before all this was a tiebreaker. So we had volume, 821, you have this volume, 1315. Then you see this volume at 1068, negating both sides, and then it kind of meandered around. It's been a pretty, I know it looks like it's moving, but it's been a pretty tight range. Then you had this upswing move from roughly, what, 1045. I need to take this. I'll be right back. All right, so that's my wife calling. I needed to take that. So I missed the shorting opportunity. I didn't. I marked two spots that I possibly could have got into it. Right here at 68.18, and then you see a better entry point. There's your 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, and there's your entry point coming down right there, and you see the downward slant of the market. Now there's a question mark to me. What's going to happen right now? I don't know. See the MACD and MACD and the Williams percent R is showing definitely a short signal. I guess I could have used that volume bar, but I didn't really think that it was. I don't know. Long story short, I didn't take the trade. There's no ifs, ands, and buts to it. I was ready, but I wasn't ready to trade. I was still looking at the market. I like to look at the 1 o'clock mark, and I was turning on the charts about 12:55 my time. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess it was 12:55. A little before the 1 o'clock mark, 2 o'clock, or I'm kind of confused right now. It's been a long day. Coming 4 a.m. in the morning to 12, working, and then I was looking at the 1 to 2:30 mark, right? So be 12 to 1:30 Central Time. Last hour and a half of trading the way I look at it in the crude oil market. I mark the vertical line at 12 o'clock, which I like to do when I'm looking at a market and trying to figure out, okay, what's the starting time of where I'm looking at the market, and that's what that vertical line. I couldn't take any trades prior to this because I wasn't available. So all this going this way was unavailable to me. So only this over here on this side of the line is available to me to trade. And obviously, hindsight's a great thing. If we would just take this mark and look right there against other charts, it didn't look like that was going to be the end of the upward movement at that point in time, based upon the volume that I saw right now and the mark that we saw up here too. It just the MACD and the Williams percent R really wasn't given a really good signal, is what I'm getting at, high to high. Just not a real good divergent signal to take on this trade. So I didn't feel completely comfortable about taking it, to be honest. So what I'll be doing now, long story short, is looking at the last half an hour of trading, the 1 to 130 mark, see if there's anything available for a quick pop. Looking at 1.5 and to 1, or right now that would be it's a 53 tick 1.5p move, and then you have a half hour stop at about 14-15 ticks today. So I was able to trade yesterday I got one tick on one trade. I just wanted to collect another day. I had a lot to do yesterday on my list, and I really didn't have time to trade. So, but I was able to just get in, get out type of trade yesterday. I almost caught a nice 20 tick move, but it took me out. It came back one tick from break even, and I was at break even plus a tick, and it took me out, and then it went on down for a little bit into close around. Uh, I was looking at the 3:30 to 4 o'clock mark, my time, or I guess I'd be, yeah, right before you get out. At TopStep, you have to be cleared of all your trades by, I think it's 4:10. I always like to be out by no later than 4:05 or 3:05 Central Time. So I was closing in on the 4 o'clock mark on my time, or the 3 o'clock mark in Chicago time, where TopStep is located. Um, I'm looking at the last half hour. Basically, we're at about 13 minutes prior to 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock Central Time. I'll be back when we get closer to that and see if there's anything to do between there and the 1:30 mark. Be back in a few. All right, so we moved down 1.5p from the high of 68.20 to 105 right now. I'm still not in anything. Not that I don't see anything I like. I just don't want to chase anything right now. If I see anything I really want to do, I'm looking right now. I'm looking for volume, and I don't see volume yet. I mean, really would like to have been up here and taken advantage of this trade up here, and I believe I've missed the boat right now, and I don't want to chase. So we got a downward trend here. We have so you got 1, 2, 3. If anything, I might go long into close here. Looking for a move back up to here and into close. So that's pretty what I'm most likely setting up here. Will be a Gann signal to go the other direction here. When I see it, I'll let you know. I'm going to be pausing for now. Kind of like it right here, actually. The 1.5p moved back up. Put it at 68.25. Put it up here. Let me mark the charts for that. That's kind of where I believe I'll be going after. I'm going to hold a 3p move for now. $61. This is a 2p down move right here. I might add a contract if we move down to 2. Blow this up a little bit. Yeah, I don't like that right there. I'm adjusting my profit targets to go after 1.5p right now, which puts it at 68.03 right now. I caught this one. Oh, damn. Oh, did I screw that one up? And here comes the volume now. So I should have probably waited on. If I could trade another one, I would be getting involved in it. It's going to take a lot just to get back to break even today. 67.32. Originally we were at 68.25. Looks like the downward movement is a lot more powerful right now. obviously I'd known it was going to go down this far, I wouldn't have gotten involved in it. I was trading it right at the pivot point. I mean, excuse me, I was trading it, I guess it is the pivot point. Really thought we would go back up towards pivot. Now I'm completely wrong on this. It's going to be kind of controlling the trade to try not to screw the pooch here. Hoping for a upward movement into the last 15 minutes of the trading day. This looks pretty ugly though, looking at it from this side. I'm curious if this is going to stop me out at 1,000. There's a weekly loss of 1,000. That'll probably fail the step 2. Curious if this is going to stop me out or not. Well, I'll talk about being wrong. No, it didn't stop me out, but I'm way under the water now. Damn. Oh, yeesh. Question is, will I even let anyone see this video? Probably not. Oh, am I wrong? There's another reason never to be long in crude oil. Oh, is that ugly? Made me think that that market was going to go back up without volume. So where we're trading right now is the 1,000 mark. So that's where I got to make sure I move my stop to if we go up. if we got any upward movement in the close right now. I'd be happy just to be out at break even at this point in time, or close to it. So here's our GAN signal coming in now. Finally, it's showed its way. Finally broke through. Yeah, I'll be lucky to get to break even right now. Do not do this. Whatever I did today was wrong. I shouldn't have done what I did. I should have taken my. It moved so quick on me that I didn't even have a chance to. I guess because I thought that I missed this, that therefore I had to go back up. And market don't have to do anything. He can do anything that frickin' wants in any given day. We know that. I mean, I'm hoping the market can get back here to the 50% Fibonacci retracement between here and the 4 o'clock mark now. If it's going to happen, it needs to happen within the next few minutes, though, unfortunately. Looks like a little manipulation, though. I certainly still like it. I think that it was a manipulation down move. It could easily run back up in the last few minutes. Of course, I should have never risked this much money. Looks like if we can get through 37, we have a chance right now. Some interest up there at 37. See if I can have any power here into close here. If I was smart, I wouldn't have traded long until right now. Which I never said I was a smart man. I'm an idiot. I should have never taken this much risk on a trade. Thank God it's play money. So I'm hoping that we can move back to pivot right now, but I'll take a lot less. There we go, 37. What I'm doing now is make sure that I don't lose my account right now. Because apparently you can go underneath it in step 2. It's the same thing in step 1 too, by the way. Can't do it in the funded account. So that would have screwed me big time doing what I did. There's a $500 loss right here. Go back to 37. That was that point. Come on, baby. One upward thrust. Going after that pivot point. All right, so we have a 200 bar. What I'm actually after trying to reach is back to the 200 bar on the 15-minute chart. All right, I'm going to pause. Obviously going to have a losing day. It's just a matter how much do I lose. I lost way too much today. All right, so I've adjusted my stop here underneath that 37 mark. I'll come out 34.33, 34.32, and I've adjusted my stop on the other side. I'm basically trying to reach the top, the middle of this Fibonacci 50% retracement. That's basically all I'm looking at. blow this up, you can probably see a little bit better. So here's your 50% retracement level right here. That's what I'm hunting for. And to close. And I have my exit point now clearly defined. Take my lumps here. Just stupid trading. I mean, don't blow your count on one trade. You're good to go, right? I almost blew it today. So I'm a stupid idiot sometimes. This was a funded account. I would have lost it today. So thankful that I didn't do that. Still up overall, even if I take a hit today. I'll still be above the 50,000 mark. So I can see it get above that level there, though. Make a move for the 50% retracement line. Okay, I'm going to hold 36, 34 now. I got a phone call to make at 2:45, so most likely I'll come back and update what's going on in this trade a little bit later. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'll talk about how I closed it out later on. Bye for now. Obviously, this trade was a big ass mistake. I should have never taken it and put it on. At least I should have closed it out and then obviously waited for the market to want to roll over down here at the S1 line. Or, better yet, I should have just taken the MF for short into a close, but I thought, oh, let's go. It's going to go long into close. Thinking will get you killed in trading. Absolutely get you murdered. Trade what you see, not what you think. In other words, another piece of wisdom from Joe Ross that I obviously bypassed in my day trading today. Although on the other side, I had some options in Ride, Lordstown Motors, and real money. I made a nice chunk of change today, option trading today. Some of the things I've been learning. I bought Ride. I believed and I believed in this company for a while. Trade what you know, right? So they finally put a CEO and named a CEO today, and options paid off. So that was fun. That was a fun day. Sometimes it's better be lucky than good, right? Y'all saw how far I was down today, right? What an idiot I am. And to be able to turn it around and believe that you're onto something, that's why the step, you can run past the limit. Ugh, shit that should never happen, right? Look at this market going up. Yeah, and I said I'd probably never see this video, right? Yeah, but you know that I say that in the past and still put up the video anyway. I did not like my trading today. I end up 4 ticks up. When you saw how far I was down, I was up down $1,000. So what a swing! What a freaking swing that I did. And then I just said, hey, here's your Fibonacci numbers. I like to make it, if it goes to the 50% line up to pivot, this is probably a really good trade coming back the other way. I caught it finally, but not the way to do it today. Definitely not the way I did it today. That's pure luck. I was willing to take a $330 loss, by the way, at the end. There's about 600 today. And I ended up being able to pull this one out. So, holy shit! Oh, and I was on a phone call today too. Talking to a lady that was very interesting as far as another options. I've been looking into options lately. Speaking of options, I was able to catch this trade from Ride, RIDE, Lordstown Motors. I had a couple options in it. I hadn't learned anything from them yet. I just read some information from them. I don't know anything from them. I'm not going to name the company, but a very good conversation I had with this lady today from Texas talking to me. Um, but you know, their program is well, one of their programs is reasonable priced, but one of them I'd have to, God, I'd have to really like them to pay that kind of money for it. So um, even me, and I talk about having an educational budget, right? Um, an education budget set aside every year. Me personally, I keep $1,000 to the side that I'm willing to invest in myself over the years. I always put at least $1,000 to $2,000 aside that I'm willing to invest in basically other people in this case, um, to learn something else that I had not learned before. Because nobody knows anything, everything in trading. And there's always someone out there that knows something that you need to learn, basically. Um, Sometimes it costs money, other times you can do some research through YouTube and learn it all without having to spend a dime, right? And other times you got to fork out the money. But like I told this lady that I talked to today, very nice, great conversation I had with her, that I wouldn't spend that kind of money to nobody. I don't care who you are. So, but could I get there? Yeah, if I agreed with what they were teaching at some of their lower level class levels, then yeah, I guess I could get to that. Gee whiz, let's just call it what it is. The Bentley course. It piqued my interest because it was a crude oil product, and it was a product trading options on crude oil. Being a seller of options, in other words, is what I was getting at. I've, 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 I've bought options, so I've bought calls and I've bought puts. I've never been the collector of premium on options. Like even when I did this option trade on RIDE today, um, RIDE, well, let's get that off of there. I was able to, is ride, this ticker symbol is RIDE. They're called Lordstown Motors, and they're based out of Lordstown, Ohio. The thing about this particular, Charles, was it Peter Lynch or Charles Schwab? Or was it Peter Lynch? I think said trade what you know. Ride, as far as a company, was former Lordstown Motors was formerly a GM plant, and this GM plant that was there, um, was able to hire on the old GM employees, which one of my best friends worked there. The CEO of the company that ran into some problems, um, just a couple months ago. I think it was trading on $15, right? And as of a couple days ago, even last week when I was looking back into it, it was trading around $5. And then those that know, I know another guy that I've bought courses over the past. I won't get in his name either, but he had talked about the options wheel, and there's other people that talk about the option wheel and whatnot. And I mean, I understand the basic concept and whatnot, but I still am not a seller of options. I've always just bought the option. So anyway, this option that I had two options. I had one option that was going to expire next Friday, I believe, September 3rd or 2nd, one or the other. I can't see what's next Friday. Yes, it's September 3rd, and then I have another option that was going to expire October 1st. Well, I had bought this one for $5, and I bought this one for $75. So I had invested 80, well, 0.75, 0.05. So times 100 shares, it's $5.75. That's where I'm getting the $80. Today, this one I tried to get rid of it at $2. No one would take me on it. Today I ended up being able to sell this call for $22, the $5 portion. And this one here, I was able to sell for $185 today. So $1.85 and 0.22 cents, which times 100 shares get you $22 and 185, where it works out to what, 207, I believe, right? 207, yeah, $207 profit, or well, $127 profit on an $80 investment, right? Pretty good. Wish it would all work out like that, but that's like little things I'm learning along the way. Ride. What happened today? What was the catalyst? Well, the CEO announces that there's a new CEO in town. There's a new sheriff in town, in other words, right? And the stock spikes. I had told some guys at work today that I was expecting the CEO announcement in the near future. And I told them about Ride, and people like, oh yeah, you're in this business, blah blah blah, and whatnot. And then today it skyrockets. So I'm just curious if any of the people I told about Ride actually took me up on it. Anyway, so I had two options. Now I wish I would have bought more shares, more options in it, and and taken some more. I mean, I think it's a $10 stock basically. It's trading at $5, so I think it's undervalued by at least was $5 right now. So I was willing. The one call that I had was a $9 call, I believe, and this was a $9 call, I believe, and this one here was a 550 call. So 550 call and a $9 call that I bought and been able to sell that off for. So that was kind of fun. I thought I'd share that with you. Look at that market going up, 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 up. I got 4 ticks, but you saw where I was. Look at this. This doesn't happen very often, but look at this market right here. Look at this 15-minute chart. Oh, wow. Look at this. This just doesn't happen very often. Like up, down, back up again. Settling right basically where it started the day. Go figure. Oh, the greatest manipulated market under the sun. I bet you option sellers today were scratching their heads though, losing money on both sides of this market right now. Anyway, so one of the programs I was looking at was with the high price tag. I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. Told her, flat out said that to her today. I said, I'd have to probably sit across the table from this guy and buy him lunch to spend this kind of money on anybody. But this other program was reasonable, and I might work my way up to this graduate course or whatever he calls this. I don't know what he calls it, but hey, I know enough about options to be dangerous. So I thought, well, if I could learn from a guy that's already done it, and if it was reasonably priced, I'd like to take the course. But when the price tag to it was like, it made me think to myself, well, can I teach myself? For that kind of money, I'd probably teach myself and lose a little bit along the way as well. So, and I hate to say that, but I mean, it just, I'd like not to think, I'd like to be, like I said to the lady over and over again, I said, do you have an affiliate program? Well, we don't really have an affiliate program on that particular product. So then I'm thinking to myself, well, I could probably backward figure it out, backfill it in and figure it out and see and paper trade it and figure out, it's not rocket science, right? I understand the book that he wrote, so I figured, well, I could probably figure it out on my own. But I would rather use someone else's knowledge and just run through an affiliate program and get paid. Let them do the hard work of lifting a product, and I would, if I liked it, not only promote things that I like, by the way, you know that by now. For instance, TopStep Trader, Joe Ross and his stuff, Top Dog Trader, or Top Dog Trading, and his stuff that I believe in, that I've taken personally, that I'm willing to tell you about as well. So another gentleman I won't mention, although we're acquaintances online, you forgive and forget from people as time moves on, right? I've got to the point where I've forgiven and moved on, and each one, money, people are very strange when it relates to money, right? Nothing against that, just people are very strange when it relates to money. Even when I was actively selling things myself, people are very strange when it comes to money. Anyway, I appreciate you listening to me ramble today. Look at that. Look at the craziness that I was able to pull around. You saw it. It went over $1,000 weekly loss. So I was over that. So I'll be curious to see if I still have all green check marks after the day's over. I guess it says okay. The account says okay, so I should have all green check marks. Status says okay, not blocked. So I should be fine. If I was in trouble, it'd say blocked. That's what it does in the funded account. I couldn't do what I did on the funded account, though. I let today's trade get away from me, to be honest, and I'm very lucky to be able to turn this one around. I should have sold, and I should have bought back. This is where I should have bought into the trade. If I was a more patient individual, here's your buy signals coming in right in here on today's trade, and this was the only sell signal that I wasn't comfortable with taking today, but it was the true signal that I should have taken. So I should have taken this nice downward move down today and made a lot of money and got myself another $1,000 added to the account, if not more. If I was a smarter individual and not second guess myself, that was an easy trade. I should have taken it on up here at this level, what I was talking about, 68.11, I think I had written down in my notes. 68.18 and 68.11, that's where I should have sold it. And I'm very fortunate to be able to turn a losing day into a winning day today. Very, very fortunate indeed. Don't do as I say, or do. Anyway, so today was just stupid trading. I'm better than this, and I know it. All right, this is Dave down here from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'll put this video out so you guys can hate on me. Love you later. Bye now.